you. You mentioned the analysis paralysis and like, is this legal, right? Sure. And I think everyone kind of,
oh yeah, you think that
initially, right? What helped you get out of your comfort zone so that you feel comfortable, taking the jump?
Mm-hmm. I think there was a couple things. One was meeting guys, actually physically shaking hands and meeting guys who were actively doing it.
Yeah,
that's probably the single biggest.
So just
thing.
Getting out there and meeting the guys doing deals.
Yeah, it's one thing to see it on YouTube. It's one thing to see a Carlton Sheets infomercial, but it's a totally different thing when you're face to face with guys that say, "Yeah, I just closed this deal, and here's what it looked like," and they give you the ABC of the transaction. That makes it really, really real.
Yeah.
You're living off somebody else's proof of concept.
Well, that belief is so important because, it's not like wholesaling is a new concept. No. I remember in high school watching Carlton Sheets at,
late night.
It's
Grandma's got a check, right?
Yeah. It's not a new concept, but it was like, this is a scam.
Sure.
Right. And so tell me about your first deal.
First deal. So we learned about it the end of 2017. We met other wholesalers and the attorneys the first part of 2018. We'll say toward the end of the first quarter, going into the second quarter of 2018, we started taking massive imperfect action. We were driving for dollars the hard way, the grunt way. I was driving. My wife was riding shotgun, writing down addresses. We were going home using county records to find property owners. Then we were using like white pages and been verified and fast people search to find phone numbers. Legitimately the hard way, right? The grunt way.
This is hard work.
Yeah, hard work. So we did experiment with some mailers, some junk mail. At that point in time, you could go to ListSource and buy South Carolina data. They changed that in 2019. You couldn't do it because of the disclosure stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So our first deal, driving for dollars, we would leave the house and we would set a goal. Like, we're not coming back unless we have 20 or 30 potential properties. We would do all the homework. We'd find the numbers, find the owners. Then I would go to my job, my W-2, which was from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then I would cold call from work, right? I'd get my guys going, which would took about 30 minutes. And then the rest of the night, I'm YouTubing, I'm reading, I'm listening to podcasts, and I'm cold calling from work. So I'll never forget my first deal. I called the gentleman. His name is Greg. Left him a voice message on his like hard analog voice recorder machine. Hey, Mr. Greg, this is Shane Ninan. I see you own this property, 123 Jones Avenue. Just curious if you ever thought about selling it. And the generic message, right? 30 minutes goes by. He calls back, calls to my cell phone. He lays into me. I'm tired of you people calling me. I'll tell you, like I told the other 10 guys, make me an offer. And if it works, then we'll have a deal. I've already fumbled through like 3 or 4 deals, right?
Yeah.
Scared to make an offer, scared to commit. This guy's telling me, he's like, you've got yourself a deal if you make me an offer that is reasonable. I didn't know how to pull comps. I didn't know anything. I knew Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor, Remax, 5 or 6 websites. That's what I knew. Okay, sir. And we talked briefly about the property. Long story short, long story longer, that deal was for a duplex over by Furman University. The gentleman had 3 properties in Greenville County, and he was trying to liquidate those 3 properties in Greenville County to shift those funds to 2 other counties. And so he made the deal sweeter for me. He's like, hey, look, if you'll buy this one, I've got another one that I'll sell you. So our very first deal, our very first at-bat turned out to be 2 deals. We made $40K on the first one and 10 on the second one. So like our first and second deal, $50K. Wow. Right?
Yeah, so now it's real.
Now the proof of concept, now the hush money, the shut up money. It was a game changer. My wife was in education for 10 years prior to this. She was in education with a master's degree. She was making like $45,000, $48,000 a year. Here we are on our first outing, first deal. We netted, because we had gas money. That was our investment, right?
Right.
So we had netted $50,000. It was a game changer. So that guy, he and I are he's still a friend of mine, the seller. He actually sold us our first rental on Creative Finance. He owner financed it to us. And it's funny, he just called me yesterday to ask me about market rents and what I'm getting for some of my rentals. So
what